1 o'clock, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. Open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddys, are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddys get your happy juices flowing.
Welcome to all our friends in South Florida. Rainy South Florida.
I think it's drying out.
Nah, it's
been one rainy weekend.
New York, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, all our friends up there and the fans want to thank you for joining us after Memorial Day weekend.
Nice post you put on yesterday.
Yeah, in memory of my brother, Harry, may he rest in peace. I had a lot of posts.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a lot of birthdays. It was Sarah's birthday, Sarah's spiritual's birthday. She got mad at me because I didn't post anything for her, but I did.
I did wish her a happy birthday, Sarah Spiritual.
Yes, and do you know why she couldn't see the birthday post?
Why?
Because I am administrator to her page, so it's under her name. So she's looking for my post, happy birthday, it's under her name.
So she wishes something.
You live a very complicated life.
Very complicated. Very complicated. And we have a social media phone line, 888-994-4995.
Can't read your handwriting?
No, I was just thinking, I may regret doing this, but it's 888-994-4995. If you want a question, you call in. The guys that answer the phone, we don't know if it's going to work.
We're going to Monica try it out. Monica, give us a call, 888-994-4995.
No, don't. Why are you doing that?
Let's see if it works.
I was hoping nobody would call.
Monica's got to try.
I can try.
We've got Monica Marcella on camera 3 in the other room.
Yeah, put on the camera 3 on Monica Marcella.
Latin Storytellers is coming out on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday is going to be her first official show of Latin Storytellers, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, we're starting Latinas y Latinos. Spanglish, see? This is the time. So you want me to call? Should I call?
Were you getting nervous?
Are you getting nervous?
They're nervous there, Monica?
I am. I just a lot of things going on around. It's like I turn on some light and a lot of people come in and call. And
but this is what happens.
Huh?
This is what happens, Monica. When you turn on the light, everybody comes.
Monica's the light.
You ever seen in a campo when you light a fire and all the animals and mosquitoes, everybody comes?
Everybody comes, yeah, exactly.
They come to the light.
Comes to the light.
So you're the light.
Shine the light from inside out.
Lord have mercy.
How do you like when she comes in? She says, "Are you busy today?" I don't know. We had someone riding a unicorn. Oh, the phone's ringing. Is that you? No.
Did you call?
No, it's not me. Somebody else is
you're
calling.
Gonna have to answer the
888-994-4995. It's not even Monica calling. Let's see who we hear.
Who called?
But you can't do that, you see, because the object of the game is that you do the show, they handle the other end.
Let's see.
You're gonna put it in the conference bridge.
You never know what we're gonna do. See, we just keep changing and it's going to PDF live, radio,
on the phone.
and TV.
I'm lost. Help.
You're gonna put it on the conference. You put it on hold, though, right?
You can find us on Facebook.
So we can see if the Phones work. That's what she wanted.
There you go. Yes, they
Thank you, Julia.
888-994-4995. They do work.
I am impressed. Way to go, my friend.
Now,
Nice job.
The only problem is I don't know how to get it on the air. But besides that, they do work.
It's all good. 888-994-4995.
That's right.
You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube, and on our own YouTube channel at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We're starting off Tuesday. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. I must apologize to all of our interns because I thought I told them that we were off yesterday, but apparently I didn't. So I apologize to Nick and Talon. Tomorrow night we're going to be on remote
Well,
location,
Talon didn't show up. Talon was in Miami. He covered the board for me. He came up.
which was good.
Yeah. But
So
Nick
Nick-
is the one that sat here and says, "Where are you guys?"
Did he text you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I said, "Where are you, Nick?" He says, "I'm at the studio." I said, "Oh, God."
I spent the weekend in a monsoon looking for a new car. There's nothing worse than buying a new car except buying a new car in the rain.
You don't buy it in the rain.
I'm
It's
just
raining
saying.
outside. And you get a better deal in the rain. do
Yeah,
you?
not so much. Just saying.
You got a beautiful car.
Got a car, but I can't tell you I got a better deal because it was raining. Anyway, we have a full set today. I
Now,
don't
before
even
we
know how
get
to
into
describe
it.
today's show. Yes.
I had told people, I had warned people,
Are you ready?
are you ready? I warned people that the rains are coming. It's starting early this year. And I'm going to say again, are you ready? You remember, you got the text of the next meeting?
Yes, I'll look it up.
Okay, we're going to look it up because we're going to be handing out tickets that look something like this, but smaller. And we want you to get ready and prepare, and they're going to have prepare meetings for the storms. Now, let me tell you
Jeanette,
how...
Angry Peacocks is calling. Thank you, Angry Peacocks.
Angry peacocks. Way to go. What an angry woman. Okay. The bottom line here is that you want to get ready because even the governor declared an emergency because if he had to bring in National Guards. Did you see how Maryland was? It looked like a city in Tibet, man. There was water coming out of everywhere.
But you know the amazing thing? Alexa had her Women in Power Expo in D.C. this weekend. You would think.
Yeah, but she
No
was
one-
sold out. D.C.
was
doesn't
sold-
flood.
But Maryland did.
Yeah,
There's a
but
storm
outside of
everywhere.
D.C. floods. And on Friday, we had Bill Durf came in here with a generator this big that runs everything in your room, I'm going to say, your half a house, whatever, and you plug it next to you. It doesn't make any noise. It was the most
No
incredible
carbon
thing I've ever
monoxide,
seen.
nothing. All runs on solar power, so it's safe to keep in your house for any appliances you have. He uses it for a CPAP machine in his house.
He does because he needs to breathe. But the bottom line is, are you ready? We're going to go over the information because you got to get on board. It is not going to be a nice hurricane season. Mark my words on that.
All
And I
of the-
never say that.
All the information for Are You Ready? It's at BeBetterPrepared.info. So go on to that website, BeBetterPrepared.info. There is an enormous backpack full of incredible, life-saving, saving and sustaining items in this backpack. It can sustain you, and we've got Dr. Malpica here from Puerto Rico. So you talk about what people needed to sustain: water, food, everything for a family of 4. You can even add a hammock, and there's even a tent for, I think, 2 if you're very cozy in this. So it helps with water filtration, everything in this backpack. BeBetterPrepared.info, and more to come with that. And there's always, every Saturday, there's an event up in Jupiter.
And check it out. Get prepared. I think they're coming down here too.
Yes,
The,
they'll be in Delray Beach.
Did you see that in Puerto Rico, came out this morning, CNN, they came out with the numbers of deaths from Maria?
No,
4,698.
really.
Yep. So next time somebody tells you that nobody died during the hurricane, it's not true. 4,698 that they can count.
You were there.
That was it. Oh, I wasn't there. My father and my mother. I lost my mother in the hurricane. But the bottom line is, the statistics of 10 people, 20 people don't believe everything. You see, get ready because it can kill you if you're not. That's all I'm saying. All right.
The amazing thing about our guests today is for how many years we've worked together that you wanted to bring in a Latin piece.
8.
Latin women. And then we've got Monica, we've got Dr. Malpica, we had Jeanette and Sandra with us on Friday.
They're on Fridays, and this one's on Tuesdays.
Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Look at her. She's plugging away.
She's good at what she does, I know.
If it doesn't, nothing changed.
She's great. And we've got Dr. Indira Malpica with us from BrainCore, which I'm so excited about. Remember, I keep talking about this polo game I went to in a hurricane. It was an undeclared hurricane.
what?
A
A
polo game.
polier?
Polo game.
Oh, polo. I thought you said polier.
In a non-declared hurricane, it was wet, it was muddy, and I met this incredible woman, Cheryl Anders, and Cheryl has so many incredible guests that whenever we have an open spot, I call her, and I don't even call her, I text her. She says, all right, what do you need? When do you need me to fill it for you? And she always has someone great. That's how we met Kathy from Wellington Cares. Last time, and here's Dr. Malpica, and she does brain core. And we've done so much with Parkinson's and the Alzheimer's foundations when we did the luncheon and met another company, but Dr. Malpica works with children.
That's right.
So who better to bring in working with children and brain and neurofeedback than Clive and Humpty Dumpty and Dr. Rapsy over here. So Queen Rapsy, so, you know, it's a full set. And then our 1 o'clock hour, we have Hallie Elise with spiritual advising.
Has she confirmed she's coming?
No.
Okay. Well,
The,
Doc,
the spirits will let us know whether she's here or not.
Doc, you may have to hang out a little longer. Okay?
She's waiting for the spirits to.
If the spirits let Hallie Elise know she's coming,
Hallie, I didn't
she will
say
be
it.
here.
She did. Don't get mad at me.
So she'll be here.
No, I know how she works. Okay. All right. So let's get into this.
Let's talk about what you do.
Okay. Well, BrainCore is a company that I don't own BrainCore itself. I bought into the company and I established it in Palm Beach Health Center, which is in Royal Palm, and also in Palm Beach Gardens, which is in Revive IV Lounge. So what BrainCore does is neurofeedback, as you heard of. NeuroCore is very similar. The difference is that NeuroCore is a self-established, individualized center, and this I can put into anywhere I want, and that's the bigger idea, to spread this technology as far as I can and reach as many children as I can. So what neurofeedback does is basically a learning modality for, to help the brain work better and do better and function better. And I've seen firsthand, I've been working with children with, autism, ADD, ADHD, even adults with depression, and the better the brain starts to work and function and fire, these symptoms get better or decrease. So that's, in a nutshell, what neurofeedback is.
How is neurofeedback different than biofeedback?
Neurofeedback is, for the brain. Biofeedback you can do, for example, for heart rate variability, which is not specific to the brain. You can do for muscle tension. So, neurofeedback is for the brain itself. That's how it's
What
different.
do you do? What we've seen is they put different stimulators on your head, like an EEG.
Exactly.
And it brain maps it, which made me think of you, Clive, in your mapping.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
how does it, you brain map it, and then what are some techniques that you work with?
So the first step, as you very well said, is the brain map itself. So I put, it looks like a swimmer's cap, and it has leads on it, and that's where the EEG picks up brain signals. It does not emit any electricity, but it does pick up brain waves. So I'm reading, 6 different sites bilaterally, so it's 12 sites in total. And the brain map tells me what specific site of the brain is not working properly and in what state it is stuck in. So a healthy brain should shift back and forth.
This is in children.
Yes, the children, adults,
This is
anybody.
unbelievable. So wait, hold on. Because I'm not as technical as my coach over here, because she has a
I'm gonna
degree
put
in
a
all this
map
stuff.
on your head.
But wait a second. I
I
have.
brain map you.
I'm gonna brain clobber you.
But also on my sticky note.
But I got a question.
Yeah.
When you walk in and you see kids, right? Just let's say in the studio, there was one here.
Riding a unicorn.
If you see, can you see that this is a child? Okay, we should look a little further. Do you have that feel that maybe there's something that we should look at?
Well, there are a lot of signs that you can pick up pretty much in any child if they do have a struggle. If they're very young and you suspect that they're in the autism spectrum, you can see that either eye contact is a little off, or they just don't engage with you, or they're really compulsive with certain things, or if you take something away, they just get it's a bigger fit than a kid that's not on the spectrum. So you can kind of tell early on that something is not normal with my child, and I want to seek a little help. I see a lot of parents that suspect that they have a child on the spectrum. I see a lot of children that they are diagnosed formally with the disorder. But the drive of the parents that don't have the diagnosis is because they see certain things that they are concerned with. And while the brain map is not a diagnostic tool, I can say, yes, this brain map tells me that your child does have autism. I can tell them, these sites in your child's brain are not working properly, and these are what we're going to be training.
And there are ways of making it better.
Yes.
If left unattended, do
Yes.
they get worse?
They do. And what you see is that, autism or ADHD, let's actually take it back to the brain. If you leave, because the brain has this property called neuroplasticity. So it's like a plastic. You melt it, you crumble it up, and the plastic dries in it. It stays that way, correct? But you can easily melt it again and make another shape out of it, and it'll keep that shape, right?
That's a good example.
The brain happens, or the brain functions in the same way. So and let's take an autistic child. Their brain is stuck in a certain state. So if we train that child's brain to work better, to function better, to fire better, their symptoms are decreased. So that's how, this technology helps with these kids. And I've seen firsthand they are now engaging with teachers, whereas they used to be with their backs facing the teacher. Now they turn around, they're engaging with them, they're having eye contact. Their memory's improved, and this is emails that the teachers themselves email to us and let us know what's going on.
Joan, I'm amazed is that you can do this brain mapping and you see scientific evidence that the brain is stronger in some sites and weaker or more deficient in another. As when before, back in the day when I was trained, you just would diagnose. You went to the DSM and you went through all this testing, and they read their book and they answered the questions, and they either had symptoms or they didn't.
Exactly.
Or they tested maybe for this but diagnosed maybe or maybe not. But you're seeing scientific evidence on the brain mapping. That's amazing,
Well,
because I know it validates it.
Yeah, but you can't deny that if the child needs help, that they should have it.
Well, that's never the question, but you can actually see it in the brain and the EEG, the deficiencies.
Yeah, but if people, you can take a parent, a lot of parents probably would say, no, I don't need to test my kid. I know him better than you, which may not be true. And, I mean, they may know them, but doesn't mean that they know them. And then they'll deny about, well, maybe your studies are wrong, or they'll challenge the fact that they don't want to admit that maybe your child is autistic. And there's nothing wrong with it. If you don't get them help to let them understand what's going on with their own bodies, then you have a different problem, no?
But what I like is that there's such a spectrum, and you're not even talking medications, because that's not what BrainCore is doing.
Exactly.
It's not giving your child one of these anti-anxiolytics or whatever it is.
Anti-who?
Anxiolytics.
What the hell is that?
Anxiety meds.
That's called a what?
An anxiolytic.
Jeez Louise, you guys ever hear that before?
Sorry.
I got a migraine from that pill.
Welcome to my brain.
Your father's a doctor, yes? He gave out those
No,
licorices?
Anti-licorice? No.
What was that? He gave that out?
No, you usually refer him to a specialist, a child psychiatrist, or someone that actually specializes in regulating the medications, because it's a whole other field.
Unbelievable.
What type of techniques do you offer these kids? I think helping the kids is amazing. And now when they're out of school and parents take their kids off of the medications because they go, you know what, they're on it 9 months a year, they don't need to sit still. Now they're home and they're doing whatever behaviors they're doing off of meds. What are some techniques? It's a perfect time to have you on.
Yeah. Well, the neurofeedback that BrainCore offers is, as simple as the child sits down, you plug, let's say we're going to train the frontal lobes of their brain. I plug in 2 leads or 1 lead, whatever the protocol indicates me to do, and they watch whatever they want on Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, name it. They can watch whatever they want. It's the actual screen or the technology that does the feedback. So the child doesn't engage. The only instruction that they receive is to pay attention. And if you put on something like, I have one kid that loves Pokemon, he's engaged, he loves it. He just sits still and engages with Pokemon, and that's all he has to do, and he enjoys it. So the system is what does the feedback.
You're seeing the brain waves because what if you put CNN News for a kid? He's not going to like it.
He's not going to like it. The system is still going to do the feedback, but the efficiency might not be as high as if it was something that he was engaged with.
So you want to show him something that he's
exactly
engaged with. Okay.
Exactly.
Right,
How did you get involved doing this? Because she's a chiropractor.
Yeah, and she went from the brain, from the back to the brain.
Well, it's all one thing. If you think about it, chiropractic focuses on, going to the source of all disease, which is in the spine. The nervous system controls every single organ, cell, and tissue in the body. So if you, correct whatever area of the spine is not well aligned or not working properly, then, then that end organ, let's say it was the liver, then the liver can function properly. How I got into neurofeedback is, the master system. I'm pretty obsessed with the nervous system, and the brain to me is amazing. It's the most complex organ in the human body. So with chiropractic, I obviously studied a lot of the brain. So, and learning about the brain and knowing what the capabilities are once you get it to work properly just, amazed me. So that's where I found neurofeedback and started learning more about it. And I found BrainCore, and I was like, I have to do this. So again, using neurofeedback and BrainCore to take care of these kids is in a way, you know, is a great combination with chiropractic because I'm going to the source. I'm not covering up symptoms. I'm not dealing with the symptoms. I'm dealing with the source of the issue, which is, you know, brainwave dysregulation.
Source of the symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Which
is what
is-
Clive talks
That's
about.
exactly what we do. Yeah.
This is what Clive does. So tell us what you do, and I'm so glad we can bring this all together because you go to the source of the symptom,
Yes.
different symptoms.
We can go to the source of any symptom with the way that we work. I mean, one of the things, I mean, a bit of background, Humpty Dumpty has appeared in front of me. That's because that's my story, putting Humpty Dumpty together again. And it's courtesy of Queen Rapsy over there, Dr. Eileen Watkins-Seymour, that, and we're live partners as well. She was originally my coach, and then she became a therapist, and then...
She coached you?
Oh
Okay.
yes. So I'm
now is stuff
I'm the
is,
walking example.
things are beginning to make a lot of sense.
A lot of sense, yeah.
Now she's even willing to come on camera for a little, you know, snapshot.
Yeah.
She warms up.
So we see people, there are sort of four groups of people that we see. The first group is people who are extremely successful. However, their lives are not full of joy, they're not full of satisfaction. They know that they may have plenty of money and plenty of success and plenty of material trappings, but things aren't working for them. Another group is people who are sort of on the way to success and really want to get there faster. The third group is people who just want more in life. And the fourth group is people who have a symptom. So it can be anxiety, it can be depression, it can be any, you know, sort of lack of empowerment, stuckness, anger, you know, the whole sort of gamut. What we do is work with them individually usually. Eileen asks the questions, I clue into their energy system. That's a whole other story. And so does Eileen.
I like how she sits up,
The
she
spirit
sits offset,
messages.
but she doesn't come on, but she
Why don't you
talks.
talk on the mic?
Why,
Yeah.
the snapping doesn't work for you?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm over here.
She scared the hell out of me.
So
do I?
yeah, so do you. So yeah, what we do is, one of the things we do anyway, is that we help people map their own energy. And this is one person through 3 workshops, and the 4th workshop was totally clear. And he was able to name, with colours, the kind of feelings that he was getting from. We talk about frozen energy, and people, you know, like with a clenched fist, the layers of the onion. So when people are going through their personal development work, they're gradually trying to go through it. We are in the final stage of personal development, self-actualization, which is where we help them get it all together. Go to the source, and we're talking source as the energy, which is fragmented and which is causing the symptoms that you're able to detect with your equipment. So this guy went through all these stages. Top left one, we had somebody in a workshop who had, when he drew his map, he drew a red line all around his body. And he had had eczema for 16 years, I think it was. And when he did an inner journey, which is looking through layers of energy, which is people find they can do, they can also find that they have laser vision when they need to go right through to find the center of the problem, as it were, or through a black hole, which they can sometimes find. And he went through red, which was all around him, a green, and then a yellow, and then through, and he found his light, which was on the inside, which was white. And when he brought it through, thanking and acknowledging all the layers of protection. Why was there protection? Because his mother was very overpowering. So as a child, he developed an energetic shield all around him. As soon as he brought the light through, the yellow dissolved, the green dissolved, the red dissolved. We watched in amazement as over 20 minutes during that workshop, his eczema totally disappeared, with just a few little pieces around. You know, so this is quite dramatic.
We're going to say all the
work.
time that our ailments or our belief system cause physical sickness and different ailments, and there goes to that again.
I'd say it's around the other way around. It's because, and this book I'm reading at the moment, which was recommended by another speaker on here, Dr. Cohen, so The Body Keeps the Score. He talks about the fact that childhood trauma is a hidden epidemic, and that in fact so many people have lost parts of themselves through trauma, and that can be very simple. It can be just, Daddy didn't come home, and I was promised a birthday party.
Well, right, there's so many degrees of trauma, right?
Yeah,
It's not
that's
just
right.
the severe trauma that you would think of a school shooting or being touched inappropriately. You think of severe trauma. It
Yeah.
can be whatever trauma in your head has caused you to be
Yeah.
where you are.
And we've written a book which is called The Missing Piece, and this enables people to read lots of case studies. There are exercises in the back, and then in the front it takes them through all the ways that we help a person get inside themselves.
Well,
and
but
what we look for.
But let me ask. I guess, I mean, we talk about it's not as simple as, but the outcome is detrimental. I mean, you're getting shootings that are becoming more and more every day, and,
Yes.
and it's amazing how they're getting away with it because they're planning. You can create scenarios and say, okay, what's wrong with this kid? Was he this? Was he that? The trauma on it. But I think recognizing kids, which is what you do, and this is why I asked the question, if they have issues. Now, these are older children in middle school and high school and things of that nature. But if you see the symptoms developing sooner, then do we intervene and use these philosophies to fix it? Because I'm going to tell you something, we got to fix it.
And what are you finding? Are you finding childhood traumas when you're doing this brain mapping?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to interject. When I do a brain map and I see very low or low theta frequencies in the back part of the brain, I know that there's a childhood trauma. So it's very interesting to actually
Fabulous,
see.
You can actually see that.
Yes.
Wow. Does anybody know about you? Because
They're about to.
They're about to.
They're bad to
I mean, come on. you
And
know?
when we collaborate, as we are going to be doing with Dr. Cohen as well, there's going to be a wave starting here.
Right, we had Dr. Cologne on last week, and she's an orthopedic surgeon,
Yeah.
but she's working similarly as a doctor, as a physician, but again with what these kids, everyone has suppressed as a child and what is manifesting.
Yeah.
He said, well, you take what you do, Clive, and you see the science behind it. And sometimes people need to see the science.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they say, you know what? Yeah, look, it validates it. Dr. Cologne or Dr. Indira, she says, that, yeah, this is where my brain is deficient or not deficient.
Well, the other thing is that you're going to trust those that sound like they know what they're talking about. And I think that the bottom, don't get nervous now. I think that the bottom line here is that you have tools. I always say to people, if somebody gives you a tool and you don't use it, that's on you. But now the tools are here. And I'm glad that you guys are here because a lot of what's going on, to me, it's clear there is a path to help fix it. Everybody talks about we don't have an answer. What's the answer? That's not the answer. Give teachers guns. Let's make it worse. Let's go into OK Corral because they think that because you have a threat of a gun is going to stop the killing. Let's bring in the penalty of death, the death penalty. When you're in a situation where you're going to take somebody out, you don't think about that.
Yeah.
Come on, now you're looking at logical thinking in an illogical situation.
Oh wait, did you see now there's a video game apparently that people don't like because you become the shooter.
My son
Wait,
is
have we not
outraged.
been talking about this for how many years?
My son is outraged.
Now everyone's outraged. How about for all these years that we've totally desensitized our kids to this, but because now it's a school shooting as opposed to shooting in the fields.
But Freddie just became a dad.
Well, you know what?
3 weeks ago, he
Oh.
became a dad. Yeah, you got it.
Absolutely.
The game has
You and I
changed.
sat here for how many years talking about video games, and when game over, however many people are dead, and you start again. And for years we sit and say there is something wrong with the video gaming system, but now
It's a school shooting
now
game.
people are upset because you're a school shooting
You're
game.
either on the SWAT team or you're the shooter. But Freddie's a dad now. Freddie's
Yeah.
a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the game has changed because now he says, whoa, wait a minute. This ain't cool. And he was outraged over the weekend.
If you start with a child who's, we are something called the Now score, which is, and I did it here, and I can see one of the gentlemen who answered that he was a 7 out of 10.
You got that high?
Yeah, 7 out of 10, I think was your answer. But anyway, says
You don't even know what you did.
70%.
Like I did it.
70% of the person is available and trying to manage life, and 30% is doing something else. So if you're watching a video game and part of you is not present and is in fact you know, not actually understanding that this isn't real life, you know, or if the person in the front doesn't understand that this isn't real life, then you're starting, to install all these behaviors and possible behaviors because they can't tell the reality of the situation.
Well, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Tell me about theta, because we have another host we work with, and she's always talking about going to a theta state and how music will get you right into theta. I don't understand what theta is, and how can she go like this to a theta? You know what I mean. Faith Washington goes into theta like this, she says.
I don't even know what theta is.
That's what I'm asking.
Well, theta is one of the slower brain waves, and it's usually associated with deep meditation. So that is, you know, delta is usually when you're about to fall asleep. Theta is, you know, deep sleep when you're, you know, you're not dreaming, but you're kind of daydreaming. And the ability to, you know, switch back and forth from one state to another. Let's say you're in beta when you're engaged, you're either learning, doing math, your brain is working pretty fast. Your ability to switch from beta to theta is helpful. Let's say a kid with, you know, that's hyper. You know, you want them to, you know,
Switch.
calm down, exactly, to switch appropriately or easily to a more calm state. So that's what theta is. It's a lower brainwave
Frequency.
Yeah.
Okay, I got $1 million
meditation.
question for you. In the NFL, there are certain football organizations that teach quarterbacks who handle the ball 90% of the time of the game how to get out of the game and get into a different mindset. I never understood that until you just explained it. They want you to slow the game down so that, because the NFL is so fast that you can't see the opening, which is like a split second, and you got to get the ball there. And they want you to be able to do that. This is why Brady is so successful, because he's able to slow the game down. Can you selectively get into these different places? You can.
Yes. Once you learn how to do that, you can do that. And that's what, it's a little harder for kids because, you know, an adult can easily, you know, sit quietly, meditate, you know, clear their head. They can do that. They can get into that state easily. For a kid, it's a little more challenging, but the brain will learn how to do it on its own. But, you know, being able to switch, like you're saying with the game, if you take it to a practical or to your daily life, if you're lying in bed and you're reading a book, you're in beta. Once you put the book down, you're in alpha. Once you start to slowly fall asleep, you go into theta. Once you're, you know, sleeping, not dreaming, sleeping, you're in delta. So being able to shift back and forth with that, it just helps the brain, you know, your brain is working properly.
That's when your spouse comes in as you're sleeping and says, "Are you sleeping?" I was until you just got
right
into
up.
bed and said, "Are you sleeping?"
Then you're back to beta.
And now I'm back to another state.
Is there something above beta?
There is gamma and mu, but they are not within, you know, the spectrum of neurofeedback because, you know, they're so high frequency that they, you know, gamma is usually muscle contraction and mu is usually when you move a certain part of your body, that brainwave activates in my brain. So it's not really trainable. It's something that, you know, is
But
there.
it does exist.
It does exist, yes.
So I can send something to your brain from my brain.
Kind of, yes. So if you move like a certain part of your body, that in my brain is just, you know, kind of mirror neurons.
And I'm doing this how? By
Just
thinking it?
No, just moving.
NLP is,
Yeah.
for example, neuro-linguistic programming is based a lot on mirror neurons.
Exactly.
Is that I'll sit like that and I'll do that.
And all of
You're
a sudden I'm
getting-
feeling
And
it.
you're thinking,
You know, you do
"This
that
is
a
good-
lot.
This is a good guy.
You know, you do that a lot. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
You do that too?
No, I'm just asking because some people don't even know what the hell it's called.
I also want to mention the Inner Game series. I forget who the author was, but the Inner Game of Golf, the Inner Game of Tennis, that was focusing, with tennis, you focus on the ball, and you say bounce, hit, and you train yourself to do that, and then your own body naturally moves to what it's supposed to be doing. So I don't, is that...
Muscle recall, you mean, or
It's sort of a way of training the mind to relax, you know, this business of slowing down the game and everything else.
baseball players do this?
Yeah, that's another way to do it, which is you focus on one thing, which allows the rest to happen naturally.
It's funny because in the game of baseball, you know, there are seams on a baseball. There's
Yeah.
a reason why there's seams on a baseball. You know that, right?
Why? Because it holds the
Because when you
line
hold,
together?
yeah, that too. But when you hold the seams on a baseball, you're able to
triggers.
curve it. You're able
Yeah.
to change it. Now, as a batter, you're trained to slow it down so you can see which way the seams are turning.
Yeah. Right.
If you're able to see which way the seams are turning, you
Yeah.
know which way the ball is going to break.
Okay.
Do you know that?
no.
You can actually train your eyes to break it down to see it slow down.
Well, is that what you're doing with the programming? They're training the eye. You're training the brain, I guess, through their eyes in your programming.
Yes. What you do is, as they're watching the screen, and the leads are going to pick up whether or not their brain waves are in the appropriate range. If they are, the screen is going to reward the brain with allowing it to see and hear the movie clearly. When the brain waves get out of that appropriate range, the screen goes dark and the sound goes low. So the brain wants you to see and watch the movie appropriately. So it's like, training a dog outside. When you take it outside and you want to housebreak it, he goes outside, you reward him with a treat. Over time, his brain is going to learn, oh, so I have to go out here so that I get the treat. So you're doing that with the brain. You're teaching them this is how you have to fire, how you have to work, so you can see the movie appropriately. So that's it's through the reward system of the brain that you teach the brain how to change and how to work properly.
Now, can the brain break down as you get older? Can it go in reverse, and all of a sudden it's high leveled and then it becomes less level? I guess that's what happens with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, no?
Well, the brain always retains or keeps the neuroplasticity property. That's why you can, train a person that is 6 years old, and you can treat a 90-year-old. The brain never loses that ability to change. That it can, if you train it with neurofeedback, the results do last 30 to 40 years, which is a great thing. So once you're done, you're done. But something can definitely knock it out again. Let's say it's a death of, a family member that can really, shake somebody up and change brainwaves again. Yes.
So it doesn't necessarily be physically; it could be a mental or something that happened.
Exactly.
Wow.
Can I just chip in, because as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking about clients who operate from either left or right hemisphere. I know the original thinking about that has been a bit dismissed, but we find it very prevalent. Somebody doesn't have the left and right sides connected. It's as if they have a wall, and they describe having a wall between the two sides of the brain. And when that is dissolved, things start to reunite and work. Also, if they don't do the work, then I'm thinking that as they age, there's part of them, even with the neuroplasticity, there's part of them that is not operating. Now, presumably, you're helping that to undo itself or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I would love you to work with some of our patients to see what is happening that matches, and it would be absolutely fantastic.
And the dominance of one side from another is what you see now. It actually has a name in kids. It's called functional disconnection syndrome. So, that's why they call it a spectrum, because, you can go from autism to Asperger's. It's the same problem. It's just different functioning levels.
Yeah.
But it is a disconnection from one side of the brain to the other. It's not working properly. So once you get those neural pathways to communicate with each other appropriately and get both sides even, that's when symptoms decrease.
I read something on boxes, because I used to love watching boxing. I stopped boxing because I found out that the brain separates in the middle. And once the brain separates in the middle, all sorts of crazy stuff begins to happen.
Well, you think about concussions and...
Well, that's even a different problem. But this thing, from that report that I read, the secret to the brain lies where the two sides join. Because in that gap is where everything else comes from. So when you're banging it around and you're separating, all sorts of problems begin to happen, because you're breaking the fiber of, we're nothing but a human brain. You know that, right? You could put sneakers on a human brain. Everything in your body is to feed your brain.
We're
You're
actually
eating,
nothing but
your
energy.
heart.
We're actually nothing but energy.
Well, that's another show.
Thursday.
That's another show.
Or that's the 1 o'clock hour.
I'm hoping that
That
Hallie
Hallie
at least
comes?
comes, because Hallie sent me a message from my mother, but I'll share that with her when she comes to the next hour. But when you separate the middle of the brain, when you begin to get dysfunctional in that part of the brain, all sorts of funny stuff begins to happen on the outside.
We have situations where people are obviously working through this area, and they're affecting things in their body. Now, when I've spoken to sort of neuroscientists before, they're saying, well, everything happens here. But then I know about heart math and the connection, which the computer of the heart, and then obviously we're finding people who are feeling things and the changes. Can you explain what's going on from your perspective? When this is a woman who we saw for 6 sessions, and before she came to us, she had her blood tested, and she had a whole bunch of things going on with her stomach, precancerous. During the work, it got worse, because we were helping her get in touch with it, and then the bottom one was just afterwards, She was totally clear. So what she was doing, you know, and she had a struggle pattern in her body, a 13-year-old self standing behind her, made of her energy. So I'm sort of thinking what you're seeing and what you're working with is the things in the brain. How does that affect the rest of the body?
Well, the brain controls the entire body. So if you have a master organ that is not working appropriately and it can't send the messages appropriately to, in this case, you said it was a stomach, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Then you are going to have a diseased stomach. Right? So if you go to the source, you know, again to the brain and see where the problem is, fix it, you know, then that part of the brain can send the messages to the stomach appropriately, and the end organ is going to function properly.
What was interesting is she found the 13-year-old in her stomach and behind her.
So
we've got some.
So hold on. So let me ask you. The opposite is true too. If you don't think positively and you have stomach problems, they're going to get worse. And they're going to reoccur over and over again, no? And you're sitting there wondering, oh me, oh my, why am I sick? When theoretically, don't write to me. Theoretically,
call them instead.
Don't
888-994-4995.
It's one of the reasons that I go to the doctor, I feel great, tells me I'm sick, and I get sick. All of a sudden it's that transfer thing you were talking about. All of a sudden I'm beginning to feel sick because he put it in my head. And if it's in my head, then I'm believing that, not that I was healthy all this other time. My father is a perfect example. He doesn't believe in getting sick at all.
Part of you is healthy, because if you've got...
It's all healthy, baby.
If you've lost part of yourself, then that's when the sickness comes through.
Yes, but you know what? I have a flashlight. I find me.
I have a flashlight over here for you.
Because the bottom line is that I've learned enough. You know, there was a time in my life that I would agree that that's 100% correct. But, you know, I've grown up from that. And the game has changed for me at my age. A little bit different. I have a different perspective on it.
But if you can change you can change the processing, how these kids are working with what you're doing with BrainCore, it should reflect itself in their schoolwork and their focus and everything that they're doing. So it will carry on. And you're saying it lasts 30 to 40 years. So through school, through all the hormonal changes you're going through middle school and high school, getting a job into adulthood. If we can nip this in the bud when they're young, imagine, I know the pharmaceutical companies are going to write to you because now the kids aren't going to need medication. But
Thank God.
But how amazing would that be if you can actually retrain your brain to work efficiently on its own?
Oh, you know, you hear something really important. Poor grades in school, right?
Yeah.
So if you're watching or listening today,
behaviors, and what do behaviors do? They lead you to associate with kids that are acting like you, and then it just escalates, and you know. So
if they're having poor grades in schools, and if they're not doing well, they should come and see you, get evaluated. Nobody's saying that they need the help, but maybe.
We all need some help.
Well, maybe there's something that can be done. You know what I'm saying? So there are signs. Isn't the body always in pain telling you, hey, there's something wrong? Hello? Right? And we ignore it, like
always
migraines and ulcers and pains in your feet, things of that nature.
I don't know if I have quite enough ducks to throw at you, but I can start. I've got some lined up right here.
But it's a cry for help. So how, if they're watching today, how can they get in touch with you to come out and get evaluated?
Absolutely. They can go to the company's website. It's www.braincore.com. They can text me at 561-406-8379. You can call as well. Through the website, you can send me an email. And you can also find a lot more information on BrainCore itself and on me as well. And
where are your locations?
I have 2 locations. One is in Royal Palm, which is in Palm Beach Health Center, where I work with Dr. Matthew Simons. He's an amazing chiropractor, so we can also help you out with that too. And I'm also in Palm Beach Gardens in Revive IV Lounge, where Dr. Dominic Iacovone, he is the owner of that lounge. So IV infusions, vitamins, chelation therapy, name it, they're on the game.
And you can take this program and put it in various centers, which is what's so nice. You don't have to be just in one place.
Exactly.
That you can go. Can you go to homes, or they come to you?
That is probably the second phase of the company is because they do have a home system. So let's say a patient really wants to see me and they're a 2-hour drive. I'm not gonna, because minimum you have to come in twice a week for 30 minutes. So I don't expect someone that lives 2 hours away to come in twice a week. So at this point, they can take the home unit system and I can teach them how to use it. And they can do it at home. So the second phase of the company is
so you got no excuse.
To train at home.
So get it done. And listen, I used to drive from here to Tampa, 4 hours back to coach football. and come back the same day. So I'm going to tell you, 2 hours ain't a lot of driving. And if your kid is worth it, which I know every parent's going to say it is, I would have it done that way. And you have the other way to do it as well, but there's nothing better than to be in front of the docs and get the feel of the game.
Speaking of football,
Yeah.
I saw Coach's husband yesterday. He says he's got to get with you about the jerseys.
I'm waiting.
And they can brand anything we want. Teams for
waiting.
Humanity can do anything
Your
we
finger's
want.
doing a lot of movement.
I'm
I'm going to
just-
slow it down. I'm waiting.
So I said, Glenn, when are you coming? He says, I got to get with Freddie. So
I'm
come.
waiting. I'm waiting.
So he'll do your shirts. They'll do
Listen.
mugs. They'll do koozies. They'll do anything we want.
Yeah, what about puppet finger?
We
Finger
gotta
puppet.
ask. Finger puppets, blankets, you name it.
You know, you pick the right moments. Okay, so we know how you can get some help, evaluations, things of that nature, and then we're not saying that there's anything wrong with anybody's child, but if you have kids who are not doing well in school,
Well, no, I'm saying there are different, everyone has something going on, whether you're a kid and adult, if it's a repressed energy, if you're having problems in school, socializing. Listen, we've all got something. It's
Yeah, but
just
let's make it
the grass
easy.
is greenest where I am, which is Noah's story,
yeah,
right?
but let's make it easy.
But let's get some help so we can actually be functioning on a better level. And if it can last and we learn how to function properly through childhood and into adulthood, how amazing is that?
We'll make it easy. If they don't have good grades, then obviously there's discussion to be had. And believe it or not, you guys actually started a conversation about what to do with problems in school, right? I mean, you're trying to evaluate how do we resolve this thing. Oh, one way in, one way out, and you're going to put metal detectors, and you're going to frisk everybody and see through bags, and that isn't helping the problem.
But summer's the perfect time. The kids are home from school. They need, first of all, they need things to do. And then you can get them evaluated. When they start next year, they have got new tools to get into school, better prepared to deal with whatever it is, school, friendships, even these lovely video games.
Well, I was going to ask Doc this question. If your kid likes violent video games, right, and among Hispanics, I'm sorry, and I can say it because I am Latino, but Mom used to buy me anything I wanted in terms of she wasn't going to discipline me as long as I brought home the grades, which I did. And I wasn't a big kicker on that stuff, but a lot of my kids did. They loved the stupid games.
Oh, you got
violent
one
games.
son that games all the time, right? He makes money gaming.
He's a gamer.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it's a gamer. And I tell him, he gave me this thing, and I was in some stupid city, and I was blowing and stealing cars, and I just put it away. I couldn't do this anymore. But is that a healthy situation?
Obviously, I tell parents, and I do have like one current patient. He loves the violent video games and movies and all of that. Obviously, when I do neurofeedback in the office, he's not watching that type of movies because I don't think it's productive. And at home, she has taken away those types of video games as well. Because I don't think that any child or teenager should be shooting up whatever place, even if it's in a video game. I don't think it's healthy.
Then they're going to find another way of finding it. And then the other question I have for you is, if video games should be restricted, what about the lack of communication that's happening now with our kids? I mean, the biggest question about a mom and dad is which iPhone to get my kid. So that they're watching a movie in the living room and they're talking to each other via the phone. They don't even talk to each other. They're talking via the phone. And I'm in the room watching this, and I turn off the TV and I say, you know what? When you guys learn to communicate, you can watch the show. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah. What about that message we're sending? We become...
Yeah, I think it's a huge problem now, a lot of, and I see it a lot every day. If you go and walk in the mall, you see a lot of the kids, they're either in the stroller or wherever they are, and they're like this. And the parent is doing whatever they want. That has to be addressed and, do something about it, because if the parent is not engaged with the kid, the kid is going to look for other ways of getting attention. I think what, this all boils down to is attention.
And Dr. Malpeque is young.
You have children?
I don't.
She's not much older than our kids.
I
so
know.
it's a whole, I know.
She's in that group. Isn't that scary?
So it's a whole nother generation, but they're seeing it differently. Yes, Miss Monica?
Yeah, but it needs to be a balance, right? Remember that the Latino moms, instead of like the text, is going to yell at you.
La
So
chancleta.
instead of
Oh,
yelling,
back to the word chancleta again.
a text is better, so you don't get yelled.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but something, I coach a lot of Latino kids as well, and not every mother did the chancleta routine. Some of them would say "ay bendito" routine. You know the "ay bendito"
not the
routine?
chancla, but the yell, like.
Well, everybody yells. Everybody yells because they want your kid to hear. It's like they think a child can't hear. You can't hear me, so let me yell.
Acknowledge that you heard same thing.
It's
Women,
the same,
you
but
know,
it's fast.
husbands,
I mean,
children.
yell or text.
Chocolate.
Do
I
it.
don't know what chocolate is, but somehow it always is
Where
on
did
our
you
show.
get
Flip flop
that
that flies across the room.
And it turns the corner.
And it turns, yeah. It's a boomerang.
Yeah. It's like unbelievable.
Hey,
Like a boomerang nunchuck kind of thing.
One of your guys bring a chocolate back.
Yeah.
We need a chocolate on Thursday. I need to see it.
I don't have one of those. Are like ancient history.
Coach Nick,
A mere
Yo-Yo.
mortal cannot operate a chancleta. Like, it has to be a mother's instinct with the
Yeah, eyes closed behind the shoulder, it'll land.
The amazing,
Get it.
the amazing thing is that my mother could hit you with a chancleta for 50 yards, and she wasn't even looking at you. She just flung it and it hit you right in the
She
head.
needs to meet Jeanette.
Who?
Dr. Indira needs to meet Jeanette from Friday's show.
Oh my God!
Right?
Yes, because she wants to learn how to master the art of throwing the chancleta. Unreal, unbelievable. What about when your dog used to chew your shoes, right? And then they used to tie the other shoe around the dog. That didn't make any sense to me. That's a Puerto Rican household.
Why?
Never made any sense because they say, "Oh, you ate my shoe, now you're gonna wear the other one."
you're gonna wear
Made no sense. The dog was like trying to get it out.
Dog's a dog.
Trying to put logic to the illogical.
It's amazing. Clive, how can you see working with what you do with Dr. Malpica?
I think it would be wonderful to actually get some scientific corroboration to what people are experiencing on the inside. I mean, people want to live their life whole, well, authentically. The book, you know, they go for the book. We have empowerment sessions, so people come to us and they find that they can work through and dissolve. We've been working with 4 young people recently, 17 and then up to 30. And drugs came up with at least 2 of them where they had been addicted to drugs for a period. And they found that inside them, at certain ages through that drug period, were stuck younger them, and they had to dissolve and bring to life and bring the energy through one by one by one by one. And one of them is very close to the end, and she said, and she's had, I think, about 6 sessions, she said, I'm at 90%. She arrived at 20%. And so she has 90% of herself back. So we have the book, we have empowerment sessions. In November 17-18, we're doing a workshop, which is going to be about mapping your energy, finding your now score, your life scores, and then starting some light finding, you know, teaching people how to do what we do with other people so that you can start to work on yourself. So there's some ways that people can get in touch with us. Our phone number, 561-351-9134. You can text or call. The email is cdigby-jones.
Do you have a Facebook page? I know you do, but do you have one for the missing piece?
We do. We have Eileen's Facebook page, which is Eileen Wilkins Seymour, DSC HC. We have Putting Humpty Dumpty Together Again.
On a Facebook page?
On a Facebook page.
Okay.
And then we have a website, which is www.ravenscroft.com, which is about the raven, which flies into the void in American Indian.
Always makes me think of Harry Potter when
Yeah.
I see your card.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Isn't it what Raven's Claw? What one of the houses, guys? Wasn't it?
I don't
Nick?
know what the hell she's talking about.
Right?
Yeah, it was.
One of the houses of
Ravenscroft,
Harry
yeah.
Potter.
Yeah,
Reminds me of that.
yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
I think I'm going to have you evaluated.
Well, we're going to get evaluated this week.
I
just
think I'm going to
saying.
have you evaluated.
You know how many things we have done that have been evaluated? You know what happens?
We failed.
It's never. No, we don't fail.
Oh, we
you
don't-
always succeed very well.
I don't.
end up with all these other issues. Just saying.
Is that what it is? Oh, I like this game.
What are you doing now?
One final thing, if you want to discover your inner radiance, then have a session with the guidance of Queen Rapsy.
Queen Rapsy.
Who's over there. So
And what does Rapsy stand for?
Ravenscroft Approach to Psycho-Spiritual Integration. So mind and spirit.
Queen Rapsy. You can talk into the mic or send sign language.
You do speak, don't you? Oh, she got one.
It's working, yeah?
Yes.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, tell them why it's called Ravenscroft.
You tell us why.
You tell us
You
why.
tell us why.
Okay.
What do you do, ventriloquist?
Okay, I will do it. When we lived in England, where I lived for 29 years, I lived on Ravenscroft Avenue. This is when I started doing the psychotherapy. This is when I started asking questions that nobody else seemed to be asking, because I seemed to be more curious than other people, and I would ask, and I, through the years got answers to questions that nobody else were asking, and excitingly, the answers were not the same, but the same quality from everybody, which is why I decided I had to write the book to share the information. So Ravenscroft, and RAPSI, Ravenscroft Approach to Psychospiritual, was named RAPSI by one of our clients. That was Kathy.
One of our graduates, actually.
That's
yes.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
We had a
Someone who
training
trained
program
with us.
in
That's
the UK
right.
for
That's
practitioners.
Queen Rhapsody.
So,
now we can have the science behind what you're doing, and
that would be
These
very
stuff.
exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah.
we had talked about the thermography piece of it, but now that you can actually look at the brain mapping, I think it's fascinating. And to work with kids, we can get to the kids before they're adults where they really got some issues.
Fabulous.
I got a
And
question.
uh-oh.
I went to London. And I went to a place that said the London Zoo. And when I went there, it was a park. There was no zoo. What is that all about?
I can't tell you that.
Maybe you weren't. if
It
you
was
walked
it was
the
outside of Piccadilly Circle.
Okay, you know what? I don't think I'd ever been there.
You know
'cause the
Piccadilly
zoo went
Circle?
away.
Piccadilly?
Yeah.
Sure, I know.
You know what that is,
Piccadilly,
right?
But I don't know about the.
I walked from the zoo, there wasn't a zoo, to Piccadilly Circle. Just to let you know.
Can't help with that. But I do have one totally nothing to do with what we're talking about. I've got an idea for you, Doctor.
All right,
Go
we'll
for it.
talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
I have a
She's gonna talk about it now.
fur son laying right here.
A
Can
furry
you-
son. It
who
would be a dog.
Pretends he doesn't exist when he comes here.
He's-
Other people know him as a dog. We go, no, he's not a dog. He's not a person, but he is our fur son.
He's a therapy dog.
What if you could do what you do to people on dogs?
Why not? They give them CBD.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
All right,
All right,
because
you
we
can-
have to go on to the next
You can
album.
contact Dr. Malpica at 561-406-8379. Check it out. It is brain core neurofeedback. And Clive and Dr. Queen Rhapsody, you can find them on Facebook, and your phone number.
561-351-9134.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 and 2, I think, with Hallie Elise, but she's not here, so maybe not. We'll see. We'll be right back on 95.3 FM and 1470 AM.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow.
Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste,
Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow.
Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to
Opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored
www.vitalizerapp.com
program
and
were
make
strictly
your
those of its hosts,
smartphone
guests, and
brilliant.
callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
1470 AM and 95.
Located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2500. 2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com. Science.
This is Alyssa, the Paint Girl. Car accidents happen. Get the most affordable, convenient, superior vehicle repair with concierge service. The Paint Girl provides pickup and delivery with no additional cost. Our body shops have over 30 years combined experience. The Paint Girl handles all makes, models, lease return repairs, and insurance claims. Your smart choice for vehicle repair? The Paint Girl. Call 954-691-7024. That's 954-691-7024.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com.
This is Alyssa, the Paint Girl. Car accidents happen. Get the most affordable, convenient, superior vehicle repair with concierge service. The Paint Girl provides pickup and delivery with no additional cost. Our body shops have over 30 years combined experience. The Paint Girl handles all makes, models, lease return repairs, and insurance claims. Your smart choice for vehicle repair? The Paint Girl. Call 954-691-7024. That's 954-691-7024.
station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dreaming.
Stand by, coming in.
Feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddie S. get your happy juices flowing.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe TV show part 2.
Queen Rafty takes my wand. Part 2.
Part 2. That you put that song together?
Yes. And it's been a weekend like that.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that were waiting for Hallie Elise to come on the air, Hallie Elise had a business trip, and she came in late last night. Hallie Elise excused herself. She won't be here today, but you can catch her on Monday nights, 7 to 7:30 on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. She sends her sorry. And we're just going to have chit-chat Tuesday.
Chit-Chat Tuesday.
Chit-Chat Tuesday.
You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Still call the radio station? We're calling here.
Yes, no, we're calling the radio
station.
Call the radio
station.
Because we're going to keep
565-1470. Duff, we're keeping Duff on his toes today.
And Duff is the board operator, so call. Let's keep Duff a little busy. How you doing, Duff?
He's running Norm.
I was doing okay.
Norm can wait. This is the more important show.
Norm and Michael. Isn't that so funny?
It's funny how you remember it.
Well, he told me. He just
sure.
said he's running Norm's show.
Who told you?
Duff said be
he
kind.
Told you Norm. He didn't tell you Michael.
Well, I know they do it together.
How do you know that?
Because they're father and son.
How do you know all that?
I just do.
Well, how do you do?
Dawn and I have a special bond.
Yes, Duff and I have very long conversations.
Oh, really? Did she tell you the whole story, Duff?
No.
Let's ask. How do you know, Dawn?
I've known them for a long time.
How's that?
Since I was in high school.
What's your
Clive's phone is next to the microphone.
Your phone is next to the mic.
There you go.
You know what?
I've known them since I was in high school.
How's that?
You really want me to say?
I don't care.
No, it's all good. We were friends a long time.
How was that?
Our parents are long
I was
time
not
friends.
in high school.
Duff was not in high school. Duff, how long have I known Duff? Quite a long time.
Mm-hmm. Changing the subject, I see.
No, Duff's helped me
Why
out.
are you turning red?
I'm not. I'm all good.
Anyway, so 888-565-1470. Give us a call. Go through Duff and give him a hard time. We sort of like doing that.
How was your weekend?
Wet.
Wet, very wet.
Did you see that they sent the information for the Are You Ready?
Yes, I did. And we can pull that up. I spent my weekend looking for a car, and I promised Lexus of North Miami that I would give them a shout out because they took a very long weekend of car shopping, and I was able to send them everything via my cell phone, 2 hours in and out, and done. So thank you to Lexus of North Miami for making that very easy for me. They said, really, you'll do that? I said, you got it. What you got there?
I got a text from Bill. Grandpa Freddy, I'm going to tell you something, Bill.
Pop.
Don't be calling me Grandpa nothing.
Pop.
That don't work. He says that the meetings are going to be held in North Palm Beach County, Tuesday night, 7 to 8 p.m., and Saturday mornings at 10:30 at the Ready Network Corp offices, 1002 Jupiter Park Lane, Suite 1 in Jupiter, Florida. Phone number is 562-529-3011.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? And then they're coming down to South and Central Palm County And locations to be announced June 1st, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So starting in June, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, mid-morning, 10:30, 11:30. Call Bill at 954-842-0429 if you want more information on Are You Ready?
I like the whole look. New glasses, hat. You've got the whole new, sleek New York look going on.
I ain't got nothing.
What's going on?
Nothing. Are we doing the gang on Thursday?
We are doing the gang on Thursday with Improv U is joining us with the Gang of New York on Thursday. The guys and the gals, some of the gals. I'm a little light on my gals, so.
I got another gal for you.
Do you?
Oh, man. I got two gals. I got one who's a hairdresser who says she'll come in with a curling iron.
Okay.
And I got another one who's a New York Rican. Now, you got to check this chick out. Her name is Chastity. That's her real name. That's her real name. Hey, Duff, what do you think, Duff?
I say nothing.
Why?
I like it. I don't believe it.
It is. And you can ask her when she comes. And on my phone it says Chastity, no joke.
Well, I can't say your phone because your phone, you classify things in a unique way.
I know. Well, that's how I remember.
How do you know her?
Through my main man, Steve-O. That this is Steve-O from New York Sound, not Steve-O from Ask the Experts.
It's a little confusing. Which you did a show last night
He
on
interviewed
weddings.
the hairstylist. And she's the one that was going to come in with a curling iron.
Do your hair?
Do your hair. Because I told her, yeah, we're rollers.
The rollers.
Why everybody got to joke about my hair? Well, you're the one wearing the rollers.
Because I got a lot of hair. You don't.
I don't need a lot of hair.
There
you do.
Go. So the girls and the guys and the gals will be here on Thursday from 12:30 until whenever we finish. And I think we're supposed to be having a singer. We have Jay Antoinette joining us on Thursday. Also, she's coming in from New York. She is singing country music now, Jay Antoinette.
If she doesn't, no, I don't. I do, sort of. That was at
BZT.
BZT. If she doesn't make it, we always has Duffy, baby, who can sing.
Or maybe Queen Rapsy will sing for us today.
Queenie, oh, she sings?
Used to.
Do you still sing?
Let's see. I tried singing at my.
That's a yes or no answer, Queenie.
Sort of.
Does she sing?
She does.
She does. It's a yes.
Okay, this is for Estelle. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Happy birthday to. No, that's not it. Hang on. Happy birthday.
She forgot the words.
Happy birthday. I did at the party. Just for you. This is for you, Estelle. Happy
Estelle,
birthday, and may all
That's
your
Digby.
dreams come true.
Okay, so who's the...
When you blow out the candle, one light stays aglow. That's the sunshine of your smile, where'er you go. She can finally hear it right.
Happy birthday, Estelle.
Woo! 90. Estelle was 90 yesterday.
Who's Estelle?
She calls herself my sister by heart. I'm her sister by heart. SBH.
Do you know, I met a lady at the dollar store on Saturday. And she bought 12 balloons. You know those balloons? And she asked me to pick colors and stuff to help her because she was getting it for a 97-year-old father.
97.
Wow. So I'm sitting there minding my own business. And she comes up to me because I was holding 3 balloons for Sarah. It was her birthday. And she says, you look like you organized very well. Now, mind you, I had nothing to do with them. Had nothing to do with it. So we get into it and we talk about it. And she bought 12 for this 97-year-old.
Not 97. If she had bought 97, what 97-year-old be flying like up in the movie? Just going up. Helium balloons.
Wow.
So for your next birthday, I think
Should
we
he
should
get
get
97
we should get
balloons?
a giant hot air balloon.
I think so too. Will you do that with me?
No.
It's one of the things on my bucket list.
No, I'm
Live
afraid of
list.
heights.
Are you?
Oh my God, yes.
Really?
Are you
going
kidding
by
me?
myself? You may never see me
No, I'm gonna
again.
watch you from the
Duff
ground.
will come with me. Duff, you want to go on a hot air balloon? He'll sing. He'll go.
We've been. We loved it.
Duff,
And
you'll go on a
England.
hot air balloon, Duff? Duff doesn't like the ground either.
It's fabulous.
He doesn't like leaving the ground.
Yeah, he fainted already. Huh?
He fainted.
He must be doing a commercial on the other side. Oh, I have something.
Uh-oh.
Keep talking.
I'm going to keep talking. We've got Queen Rapsy with us. And I remember when we first met Clive at Conscious Co-op, which was an amazing event again on Thursday. So save the date for the next one, which is June 29th at Farmer's Table. We did not know Dr. Eileen, but yet she warmed up to us a little bit, Freddie. It's a little scary, but she warmed up and she's here. She's joining us. She even sings to Estelle.
Was she scared?
I don't know.
Estelle?
No, you.
Scared to join us before?
No, I just know I don't sing as well as I used to.
But you didn't want to join us before on set. What makes you come now?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
True
hello.
fine.
How's my hair look?
Your hair looks great.
No. I have trouble trying to explain what I learned and what I do. I do it better than I talk about it because I have a hard time making it small. I don't know how else to even
Because
put it.
it's quite large and it's hard to explain what you and Clive do.
It's
about
everything, and he's better at explaining.
And we
it,
did
I
it on
think.
our first hour a little bit with Dr. Malpica from BrainCore, and she can put the science behind what you do on the experience behind it, and that's fascinating. And we've got Monica Marcello with us. What do you think, Monica, about the book?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. This is, yeah.
Are you
this is
reading it?
I'm, yeah, well, not completely, but I'm just picking up the stuff, and it's a great, I mean, I was talking with her. This is amazing.
And
I
you're
love
going to
it.
have an experience, aren't you?
What is it?
You're going to have an experience
Monica,
of it.
I
yes?
do, yeah, because I work with energy too,
And
colors
that's when
and
you
stuff.
really understand.
No,
Yeah.
she's an experience.
Right.
Have you ever met anyone who does as many things as kind of like you? I've never met anyone who does as many jobs like you that Monica does.
I do have like a bunch of
Right?
stories,
We had Holly with us
professions
today.
to tell me.
Monica, you know, she's snowing you. Let me tell you something. Dawn, since I've met her, what is it, 2 years now?
Yes, June, as a matter of fact, is our 2-year anniversary at the Brooklyn
I
Cafe.
think
Do
you
you
missed a year. No, I think you missed a year.
You know, you've just overcounted.
It's got to be like 3 or 4 years.
It's like 12.
My goodness
like
gracious.
lifetimes, I know, too.
So Dawn knows like half of everybody of the world. So she brings in different people that she knows. And every time she sits down and has a conversation with these people, she knows what she's talking about. I sit here in total amazement. So I think you've had more jobs than me.
Then they just all sort of work together.
They all sort of work together.
Yes.
Huh?
They all just blend together.
You're
That's
blended,
lovely.
like the mind. I can see that they are blended, right? You're perfectly matched. The mind and the emotion, the heart.
Your
I
mind
don't know.
and my emotion.
Mind, yeah, mind map with a heart map.
Freddie and I share a mind map. It's kind of scary.
And she laughs.
It's kind of true.
We're also talking about putting our book into Spanish. We've already just started a
Well, I was
conversation.
talking to him.
Why
This is
not?
amazing. It's the
Why
missing
no?
piece that I was looking for.
You know, that
It was
would
a
and
be-
missing
here it
piece
is.
she was
That,
looking for.
that would be phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tanner, what are you doing?
He's trying to move the camera by himself. I thought you thought the camera was moving by itself.
Okay.
I was saying to him, I said, what is he doing? I thought he was having like an attack or something. Yeah, right?
So
How
Monica,
many
you're going to translate the missing piece into Spanish?
Yeah, I was talking to him about it if he wanted it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
this is
fantastic.
wonderful. I mean, I've been looking for some pieces in my in my career with some clients, and this is it. This is what it.
You know, there's a few other people that we got involved with this that are Latina based also that can help us.
Can you
with the
believe how
letters.
many come forward? And Dr. Malpica is from Puerto Rico.
I
She
wanted
went
to ask
school
her
in
where
Puerto
she,
Rico.
Malpica, where she got that name. I guess that's her husband's name.
I don't think she's married.
Well, she's married. She's my husband.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she has a rock and everything.
She does?
I saw a rock, yeah.
I didn't see.
She said my husband and I. Well, she wouldn't say that if it wasn't
I
true.
don't know. I didn't hear that part.
Anyway,
What you got going on there?
I wanna give a shout out to Novella Restaurant and Bar because I told the owner Marco that I would do that, but my daughter says we're not supposed to tell nobody because it is the most fabulous Italian restaurant in Boca Raton, Florida.
Where is it?
It's here. You want to read the address? The
5999 North Federal Highway.
It is an amazing place to go and conduct business, to have dinner or just hang out. They have piano. They have the whole nine.
Will they bring food to the cafe?
We're going to ask them if they want to come up. I got to get permission because my daughter says, don't tell nobody tomorrow because I don't want nobody coming here messing this up because we had a seat.
Sorry.
But we believe that we should share. Like they have, I had a veal piece that you can only order through restaurants. It is unbelievable.
You had a veal piece you can only order through restaurants.
Some kind
You're
of
in a
veal
restaurant.
piece. Yeah. No, you can't buy it to take it out or anything. You got to eat it in the restaurant.
Really?
It's a special type of veal. And they cook the fish inside this salted thing where you have to crack it.
Parchment paper?
It's a cracked shell. It's a shell.
Ah.
And you crack it
And
and
the
you take the salt and you take the fish out of it. You ever seen that?
Yes.
You have. Only in Italy do they do that. Did you know that?
No.
And I discovered this weekend that the Santori family is from southern Italy, not northern Italy. And I got a map. I got a map of where we're from.
And how did you find this news?
Because I went and did some research. And they printed it. And my uncles are listed on the who's who. Wow. And it's big news. I was like shocked.
Who printed it?
Like Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Wow. Wikipedia printed.
I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. And House of Names printed it.
So do you see my amusement in silence here? Because I need to see.
I'm going to show it to you.
I need to see it.
You see, I knew she was going to say this. That's why I didn't send it to you, because I figured you were going to laugh. But you should see, they have the castles and everything. They talk about the royalty. They talk about all this stuff. Yeah. And the lands that the Santoris own, the kingdom, huge.
Really?
Goes from the Gulf to the sea.
What made you look it up now?
I don't know. I guess it was raining. I said, let me look it up now.
Things to do when it rains is look up your family legacy.
Why do I look it up now? You believe this question?
Well, why now? Well, like of all the time.
Because I had to call in to see, because the last time I looked.
Why now?
Why not?
Because now, Pop-Up, you have another legacy line.
Oh, Rowan?
Is why.
Rowan.
You now have to share your legacy, the Santori name, with your grandson. That is why.
But it's very cool. I got to see him Saturday night.
Yeah?
Got to hold him. He squishes around.
He's a beautiful baby. All right, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have a little chit-chat with Queen Rapsy, 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With vCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. vCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. vCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. vCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. vCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddie S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
So Steve-O, all right, take it easy.
Now she's
I
happy.
lost all my hearing. So Steve-O comes into the, all right, Duff, take it easy, big boy. So Steve-O comes into the studio, and it smells like a French Quarter in here, baby. Holy smokes, you sexy, baby.
It does. It smells.
What
really
is that cologne you're wearing?
What are you wearing, Steve?
You gotta keep what fresh?
Tell him what you use.
What's it called?
Polo Black.
Hey,
Clive, it's Polo Black.
you better be wearing that.
Eileen likes the Polo Black.
Lovely.
It's lovely. Duff, do you smell it?
Duff, you smell.
Smell-o-vision.
Holy smokes, Steve-O. You got me lit.
That's a good word.
You got me lit up, baby. You got me lit up. Whoa.
I have that effect on the Spanish.
Is what it is. Ay caramba.
You know, we've been here for a few hours and the kids keep coming. It's a good thing we've got crayons and coloring books here.
That's right.
Right? We're going to keep them busy.
That's right.
Unicorns, and we have some fun here.
We're gonna
What you got
create.
going?
We're gonna create the kids network we talked about.
Are we?
Yep, I'm going to talk to Steve-O about that because he has 12 kids by himself. He can run half of it. And the funny thing is, I met Steve-O's wife yesterday for the first time. She does exist. Yes, she's real.
At
She
Wedding
does.
Talk?
She at Wedding Talk when he was doing his show. She showed up, and we were talking. And your wife is not Hispanic, is she?
From Puerto Rico.
She is Spanish because she talked
Steve-O's
about.
not, though.
She talked about rice and beans, arroz con gandules. She talked about putting a banana on the plate. That's a Latin thing. What?
I still want to see the chicleta, Monica.
Chancleta.
No, chancleta.
You know, Johnny Cleta is a food.
Who's Johnny Cleta?
That's a food.
Everything's a cleta.
No.
There's chicleta, chancleta.
And there's chicle, which is gum.
Chicle is gum.
Yeah. But the amazing thing is that his wife loves to cook and this guy loves to eat. So now he has...
Perfect marriage.
Where did you go to eat the pizza?
California Kitchen.
Pizza Kitchen?
Yeah.
And
I can't. I don't eat carbs. I'm not eating carbs or sugar for the last 6 months. So they have a pizza there that the crust is made of cauliflower.
Oh, good gracious.
Do you know someone told me they make cauliflower tots?
Fascinating.
Amazing.
Yes, and you can make cauliflower,
No,
mashed
tots, like
potato,
tater tots?
yes.
You make those?
Yeah. I told the Mexican lady, what was her name? Aurora, to make me the empanadillas with the cauliflower. And she said, oh, it's a good idea. Then I can have Mexican food.
Oh, wow.
I actually made dinner Sunday night.
Did you make cactus?
No, I did not.
Nopales.
What?
Nopal.
Yeah.
I love the
Nope.
nut
It is
says
a
everything.
cactus, but it's called nopal.
No problem.
Nopal.
No problem.
Is she the happiest or what?
No problem.
Nopal.
It's cactus, baby.
It is, yeah, but it's a tons of different kinds of cactus.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She didn't say that. I went to the highway and picked up 4 to go home and try to eat. I tried to eat this bad boy. It was horrible.
Did you take the thorns out or did you leave
No,
them?
I left them in.
You gotta choose the right one.
John DeMarco, he left the thorns in.
I left the thorns in. I said, let me try it. He said, no. It was horrible. You didn't tell me there was a special type of cactus.
Oh my, there is a bunch of them. So you can
There's a bunch of cactus.
Exactly.
So the ones on the
this
highway?
is nopal. It's like
It's
round,
nopal.
like circle.
She showed it to me. She didn't tell me it was called nopals.
Nopal, yeah.
No problem.
Monica, when's your next meetup?
It's the 27th, the June 27th.
We got a lot going on that week.
We want to have 20 women at least.
20 women at your next meetup.
Right, your next meetup.
Now, you don't have to be Latin to come, correct?
No. It's just all empowered,
All
self-employed.
women and Freddie.
And Freddie.
You know, you
That's
got it pretty good. I'm just saying.
I was talking to Dan. I didn't even.
I know, but they all thanked you.
They thanked me. It's
There's-
funny.
There's
Dawn
12
goes,
women. They're
Dawn
all
goes,
standing up and thanking Freddie.
they thank you, Freddie. He says, don't thank me, thank her. I said, Dawn, we'll talk. I'm not going to talk. It was a woman's thing. I don't want to thank Freddie.
They
Don't
all
thank
get up
me.
and they thank Freddie.
I did crazy.
You weren't even there.
They're
You're
crazy.
thanking Freddie.
They're crazy.
That's all right, because we're sharing a brain map. That's
Now
even
let me tell you.
crazier.
Don't say that in public. Listen, let me tell you.
Laughing.
Let me tell you.
Your brain,
Like
my
nobody
emotions.
Let me tell you a story. Steve-O interviewed a woman who got married on a baseball field last night, right? And she actually had you come out and do that on the Little League field where her kids play.
The ceremony was on the baseball field, so she got married on home plate because that's where they met.
Oh.
So,
How did they
and
meet?
all the
That's
ladies,
lovely.
all the bridesmaids were dressed up in like those outfits from A League of Their Own.
That's very
Now, how did they
So-
meet at home plate? I meant to ask
They
you.
met at
last-
a Yankee game. At a Yankee game.
And they were at home plate? Wow. You were in the
No, I don't
stands,
know
you
what
mean.
that. I just.
It's like that movie. You ever seen the movie where the guy asked the woman to marry him at Yankee Stadium? And she says no.
She said no.
She said no. 40,000 people said, "Are you crazy?"
What movies do you watch?
I don't know. It's a movie. It's an old
When
movie.
I watched, they said yes. It's
Maybe
always
it's an
yes.
old movie.
Just say
Remember it,
yes.
yeah, I saw
Thanks
it.
a lot.
Yeah.
You never seen that either?
No, I've never
I'm a
seen
lot
that
older.
one.
Women always watch the chick flicks because it's always a happy ending.
Oh,
Yes, exactly.
I
Thank you.
got people screaming at me. I want to apologize about the book club movie at Weight Watchers.
I heard it was a great movie,
They
just
call me.
saying.
They call me a Neanderthal. They said that, Freddie, you don't know anything about movies. That was the best movie in the history of movie making. Now, with all due respect, some of the women that were talking to me, they were hot over the guy from Ocean 8, Ocean 11, whatever his name is, the Latino guy. What's his name?
I don't know who's in the movie.
Well, they were hot about him. And who?
George Clooney? No.
No, that wasn't George Clooney. Latino. Yeah, at the book club, the movie.
I heard a friend of mine went. She said it was fantastic.
I heard people went to see it 4 times. I'm going to tell you something. I will give you my ticket if I ever went to this thing. If I had insomnia, I would go to see this thing. And I'm arguing with these 6 women at Weight Watchers. And they call me a Neanderthal.
Really?
Yeah, and they said, I had no feeling. They said, you don't know nothing about, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Around the studio.
Are you
The
seeing-
light that shines.
She's got them again.
Are you seeing
She
her-
got it in her book.
Are you
The
seeing
light,
hallucinations?
the mosquito coming. The light is
The mosquitoes are coming?
shining.
The
You
mosquitoes?
told, like, if you have the light, everything, all mosquitoes and stuff is coming.
You know what I
She's-
noticed?
She's
Mosquitoes are
picking
coming
out.
my way.
You know what I notice about you?
What?
That when you try to talk too fast, you stumble. So from now on, I'm going to make you talk real fast. The mosquitoes are coming. What mosquitoes?
The mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes, the ones that she's calling.
I'm calling them mosquitoes.
She's
Apparently.
calling mosquitoes.
As long as you don't
Okay.
start eating them.
And that side of the room, ignore. Ignore the woman behind the curtain.
Monica wants to meet my mom. She calls her the grandmother of the fairies.
Is your mother coming Thursday?
Yes, she is, Steve-O. Grandma Vodka is
Grandma
coming on
Vodka is
Thursday.
coming.
And Dawn DeMarco, if you're watching, please bring the Corona, the crown.
Did you see that crown?
What is this? You don't know what Corona means? What kind of
Oh,
Latino
that's
are
a
you?
beer.
Corona beer?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's in the 40s. Corona
What?
beer.
That's,
What are you talking about?
That's
Corona.
a beer.
Oh, it's because in Mexico they drink Corona
It's a,
beer.
it's a Mexican beer.
It's a Mexican beer.
No?
Yes. In Puerto Rico, I drank it in high school.
John DeMarco, if you're listening, I would love to try your crown on. It might even be a little too much for me. I don't know. But it might
You're not
be
going to wear
great.
that.
Who's
That's
gonna wear
supposed to, it's whoever we have that we're going to put on the spot. That's what we agreed on. So let's say
it? Who
that
agreed on that?
all the guys.
Okay,
This is a
girls,
man's world,
really?
baby. It's a man's world.
Neanderthal.
No.
Now you know my ducks sit there.
Hey, listen. You can throw all the ducks you want. We were ready.
Freddie, did you tell Dawn that we're doing her hair?
Oh, they're doing your hair with the lady last night. I said to her, she's coming in with a curly on.
That would be nice. I can just. Well, now we can do a morning show. That was the deal. If we do a morning show, I said hair and makeup on the set. It'll
Oh,
save
there
me
you go.
2 hours of getting dressed.
Well,
every
he
day.
has a makeup artist.
She does hair and makeup.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. Facebook knocked out your sound because you had music on the background, right? There is nothing more hilarious, better than the book club, than watching you get made up with no sound. I thought I lost my hearing. I ran down the hallway screaming. I thought I had lost my hearing because it went right out. And all you see is him, and you see Pee-Pee Mirror doing his thing. I'm saying, what happened to the sound?
Pee-pee mirror.
Pee-Pee. That would be Mr. Mirror.
I know, that's the Mirror Man.
Mirror
He's
Man.
coming on Thursday.
Now, Mirror Man loves the idea about the kids thing, which is
he's excited about that.
That's another piece that we can add to what you had going on today. We should have had Mirror Man on. Mirror on the wall.
There's a lot to put together with Suzanne Wachtel. We're going to use the mirror for more than just taking a selfie. It's about really looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing what you see. And wherever you are in your therapy or not, and she does a session, Suzanne does, with handheld mirrors. I know, I need to clarify. Interesting.
Yeah.
Right, so you look in this big mirror and what do you see? And it's just getting in touch with yourself. So he's going to bring the mirror, which I'm excited.
Look in this mirror. What do you see? Two big eyes looking
Mirror,
at me.
mirror.
I'd rather look inside.
Slinks.
Well, that's exactly part of it. It's, can you look at your soul through your mirror? Is it through your eyes and look past the pimples and the wrinkles and the gray hair, whatever it is, and look inside yourself through the mirror?
First step is to look. Once we got that done, then we go to step 2. Now, the funny thing is that with children, and it seems to be a calling because we had somebody here that works with children, you guys work with kids as well. All of this stuff comes together. And again, I get back to wanting to have a conversation about what's happening in schools. Well, here's the conversation. Now, whether you want to listen to the truth or not, that's a different conversation.
There's so much going on in schools. And the fact that everyone is so upset over this one video game, I'm upset with the many video games that are going on.
It's just, why are they picking on this one? Oh, because there was a shooting in Florida, and they're coming out with the game, so 1 and 1 equals 3.
And what about all the military video games and everyone, Mortal Kombat and everything? And why is that any better? It's not any better. None
What's
of
the
it's
one with the
any
car?
better.
The city and the car? What's the big one that came out many years ago?
I'm going back to Pokemon.
The city, you steal the city?
I'm going back to Pac-Man.
Right, I'm going back to exactly. I'm going back to Pac-Man. All you have to do, Mrs. Pac-Man, you just go around the bubbles and you eat each other. It's so much
But
better.
there always was shooting games. I mean,
always.
But
the problem is the theme now is a high school. You're either the shooter or the SWAT team. That's the problem with this game. So this is a very insensitive timing on this game right now.
Terribly insensitive.
So, you know, when you have a shooting now, the latest one, where was it? Ohio was the latest one?
Indiana?
Just
Indiana?
Thursday, yeah.
Yep.
And they're popping up all over the place. Now, do you know how many that they've stopped? Over 1,000. There's over 1,000 shootings that the FBI and whatever have stopped. The authorities have stopped since the Florida shooting.
It's overwhelming. The amount
It's
of
an
work
epidemic.
we have to do is overwhelming. You and me. The amount of work we have to do, that we have to bring forward on our show, and more awareness. That's why we have Queen Rapsy with us, and we've got Clive and Monica Marcella and T-Man and Steve, because there's a lot of goodness we need to spread. We have a lot of work to do.
Well,
I'm
you know,
just saying.
understanding the problem,
Right?
giving people, parents, you're going to have to get involved and giving them an opportunity to understand and giving them an option to fix. It's always, in my book, if you have options, you got choice. If you got choice, you can fix it. If you care not to listen, there's nothing I can do about that. But we have to give people a choice. This panel today was tremendous. And if you didn't hear it on the radio, you can go to...
Press rewind.
And go to the Brooklyn Cafe. Anyway, I also want to talk that we have the podcast going. I put in 3 shows.
Did you?
I put in the one we did with you guys and girls. I did those are 2 hours there. And
So I got a new car. I think maybe I can listen to it now.
You can, you
Right?
can hook
I
it up
can
on your car.
download an app and listen.
Now, your new car, you should ask Siri on your car.
I'm going to ask my car.
If it will pop it in. So go to Brooklyn Cafe TV on our podcast. Ask Siri. If you put Siri, play the Brooklyn Cafe TV show podcast, it would automatically come on.
Gosh,
So
we're everywhere.
so
It's
it's all
kind of
kind of
scary.
fun.
And we've got Queen Rapsy with us.
The Queen is
The
on
Queen
the
is
set.
with us. What makes you join us today, Queen?
Let me think. Oh, I think you forced me into it.
Oops. What was that? Would you like to join us?
No, she
now?
said no.
Okay.
First of all, let me clear that up. She says, I would like to someday sit over there. Now, we've asked her various number of
For a month,
times, and she
right.
says, I'm not ready.
It's true, it's
I'm not
true.
ready. I'm not ready. Well, today I guess you were ready.
It's actually fun.
Well, did you enjoy
It's actually fun.
It is. Did you enjoy the first part of the show with the conversation? And
Of course.
The kids? Now, you
always
created this,
enjoy
and you
this.
taught this guy over here.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
And this guy is the one talking, and you're like a ventriloquist.
Yeah, but you know what I've learned in the last almost 75 years? Uh-oh, I've just admitted it. That was stupid. Okay, let me continue on.
She forgot what she was going to say.
Where's she
I can't
going?
remember what the heck I was going to say.
Now, I heard a rumor that he has these puppets because you actually pull the strings and you tell him.
Okay, I've got it back. So I learned a long time ago that when I started NLP in England, I heard about it, blah, 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 blah. And when I lived in England, I brought trainers over from America. And it really taught me that the people who aren't the people who do it are the better people to market for the people who do it. So he's much better than I described my thing.
NLP is Neuro Linguistic
Programming. That was the very beginning of my, well, actually, that was the second beginning of
I just call it
learning.
doing it.
Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty is
I'm gonna have
doing
you.
it.
I found a way now to get back at you.
Really?
You throw ducks at me, so when you do that, I'm gonna give you the finger.
Humpty Dumpty is doing it.
You're gonna talk to the finger.
I'm a little shocked.
You know how they say talk to the hand? Oh wait a minute, I could do that too. If I have 5 of these bad boys, you'd be talking to the hand. That's what I'm gonna do right now.
I'm not going there either.
This is a medical statement. Talk to the hand.
Commercial break, Duff.
I could put a smiley face on my hand.
565
You want me to draw a smiley
1470.
face?
Please, I'll get you a pen. We're going to be right back. Maybe.
Are you ready? Does your family have an emergency preparedness plan? BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with emergency gear and the knowledge you need to be ready in case of an emergency. From first aid, safe water supplies, to shelter. BeBetterPrepared.info is a convenient way to quickly stock up on survival and camping gear at an affordable, pre-packaged price. Order Elite Ready Pack to get started. No matter what the situation, go to BeBetterPrepared.info and you will be prepared if disasters. Are you ready? Does your family have an emergency preparedness plan? BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with emergency gear and the knowledge you need to be ready in case of an emergency. From first aid, safe water supplies, to shelter. BeBetterPrepared.info is a convenient way to quickly stock up on survival and camping gear at an affordable, pre-packaged price. Order Elite Ready Pack to get started. No matter what the situation, go to BeBetterPrepared.info and you will be prepared if disaster strikes or for your camping needs.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddie S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
Don't be rude. Okay.
The Belle of Brooklyn. We have got the Belle of Brooklyn with us, by the way. Did you know?
If you ring that one more time, I swear to God, you're going to get the finger.
Mind mapping. Did you know that Queen Rapsy, Queen Rapsy, oh, I can never say that right. Queen Rapsy was one of the finalists for Miss Brooklyn.
In 1964.
It's pretty amazing.
You weren't even born yet, were you?
I was not born yet, but you know what? My dad grew up in Brooklyn, and I wasn't there in 64, but he was there in 1964.
Where did he go to high school?
New Utrecht.
Okay, wow.
10 years later.
He's baby.
You're a kid.
That's why he's got a 5-year-old, Freddie.
But I also have 25-year-olds.
You got 12 kids.
Can you put the picture up?
Brooklyn in the house. You like that? Miss Brooklyn, no, tell us the story.
Okay, here's the story. I'm up in Cortland State Teachers College, and I think my mom did this because I was breaking up with a boyfriend and a football player from Cortland. And the next thing I know, I get a letter from the local newspaper saying, when you're home on holiday, come to the local newspaper office with a bathing suit and a pair of heels. I'm going, what?
And you could have to come in under.
So I actually did it. And the next thing I know, I'm in the Miss Brooklyn contest, which is looking like this now. It's not a...
I heard you won because you had like these fantastic lace and you had like these neat, what do they call those pantyhose with the line in the back?
Sexy.
Sexy. That's what I heard.
With the pinstripe up the back of the leg, those are pretty sexy.
This guy, he's lined up like a Christmas tree over there. So that's why
he was one of the finalists.
Once you won that crown, would you go to Coney Island, eat a hot dog? I mean, what you do?
What?
Did you have a hot dog?
No.
Miss Brooklyn. I wonder if my dad knew her.
No. I was only a finalist. There were 45 semifinalists. No, I was just a finalist.
Oh,
so
you won.
I didn't win. No. But to me, being a finalist was a win.
That's pretty impressive.
That was a win enough.
Don't you think?
So it was fun.
How about that?
She won.
We've got a celebrity with us.
You can't show people the picture, huh?
Why? Oh, no, I can't because we got to...
It's on his phone. We'd have to set it up.
Pity.
She likes it here now.
Trust me, Pity. I will get it up, Pity.
Now we have fun.
Oh, what to Pity?
You know, she does these sessions with Clive about the missing piece. Tell us about your sessions.
You don't mean with Clive, you mean in general.
In general. Well, you guys work together.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, with Clive. He's outside the room.
What year did I train you, Clive? Starting in 19...
Man, she's laying it down today, isn't she?
1987.
1987.
That's when you finished the...
She trained you in 87?
Uh-huh.
That was
Really?
that was the last 7th year of the training center that I ran at the London Business School.
Oh, you got trained in London?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
then,
where we
and
met.
then I married the wrong American, and then when I came back...
Oh, that's some training. She trained you and you married the
He's
wrong
not
American.
talking about me. That was another one.
When I
So
came
let me
back,
get this right.
I
She
started
trained
with
you?
her in earnest.
She trained you and you married the wrong person.
But then he came back.
And then you came back.
Yes, I came back and then studied it.
He's a little slow. Ain't he?
He only had 3 sessions. He needed a lot more.
Oh, is that what it was?
He didn't finish the training.
Now, how long have you two been married?
We've been together 27 years.
Well, there you go. I guess you know.
Should I
something,
say
something.
how many you've had?
And no, he doesn't. We don't need to talk about that.
Don't tell him.
No, we don't need
Never
to.
mind.
But you
Well, you're
told
gonna
me
mess up a
Got
good
it right
day.
this time.
And listen, if you want to renew your vows,
Yes.
we
Steve
got
can do it.
Steve can marry you. He's a priest.
I took the same class, by the way. So.
We actually did that also. We've married 2 couples now.
Yes.
A long time ago, I don't even think we still have it. We married
Oh, you can marry people
2
too?
women in
Yeah.
Vermont.
Really?
And we married a woman and a man in Palm Beach, right?
That's right.
Years back.
And if
We
you
don't-
call
we
Paul,
don't
you can do
that
a trial wedding honeymoon.
That's right. So Paul will do the trial wedding honeymoon. You can get trial wedding.
That's interesting.
You can do-
CruiseOptics.com. You can do a 2-night, 3-day stay at Sandals and do a trial wedding honeymoon.
That's
Steve-O's shaking his head right. It's only $500, and if you book your wedding there, you get $700 back. So the $500's covered, plus you get an extra
very
$2 to go back
interesting.
for your wedding.
And you could try more than one place.
You can try them all.
So you
can
got
try
the
multiple weekends.
You got the trial honeymoon. You got the trial wedding, and then I'm the trial divorce. So you get the whole trifecta.
That's so funny.
We get you married and divorced and splitty split.
With the sexy pantyhose and Miss Brooklyn in the house.
Unbelievable.
We got it all going on the show today.
Now let me ask
No,
you.
I never answered the question actually that you asked me.
That's okay.
which
Well,
is-
no one ever
Which
does.
one?
You don't care, do you?
Which question?
How they do their training. Well, which
What?
question?
That wasn't the
I think
question.
You asked me what I did. Did you ask me what Rhapsody is?
Yes, what is Rhapsody?
Okay, what's
Please.
Rhapsody? Rhapsody is helping a person who is, it's obvious that they've got a problem. It could be a physical problem, an emotional problem, whatever. So they will come to us and we will help them go inside themselves and use their inner sight to look through their body, which, by the way, they learn is energy. This is simply the most compressed condition of white light energy. They look through, they learn that there are layers of energy. There's blocked energy, there's energy blocking. Sometimes there's energy out, 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 out. Sometimes they look, when they look in, they might find a tunnel, they might find a black hole. And let's just use a black hole for a moment. If they were to look into the black hole, which they always do, and they look and they look and they look, and you figured this out, yeah, If they look deep enough and long enough, what do you think they find?
The other side.
Everybody.
China.
What's there?
The other side.
What's there?
Your baby self.
What do you see? But beyond that.
Light.
White?
White light.
Light.
It's the source.
Always. And that is the source.
Always?
Shiny light.
Always.
Always?
Always. And then
She hasn't met the gang of New York.
I was going to say, she has to be on the set with the
They
guys.
have a whole black hole in there.
They got a whole black
And
hole
wait a
thing there.
second.
Yeah.
When they find it, this is the most important
Yeah, but you
part.
ain't never seen a supernova, baby.
This is the most important part.
We dress in black for a reason.
When they find it,
No, when they
what
find
do
it.
they do with it?
Nothing.
They don't just say hello.
They don't do nothing.
They bring it through
The white
the
light?
black hole, you
The what?
betcha. Bring it through the layers, and we do this with anything we find. We might find white light there, or there, or there, or there, or wherever. They bring it through till finally they are radiating. That's the bottom line.
This
Or
is
your
like
radiance.
Full
In
radiation.
her book says this book is about a unique method, and then it's released the light hidden in all our dimensions, so we can shine.
So we know
That's
how
it.
we-
So she shines.
Okay. I was waiting for her to read it in
You can
Spanish.
shine.
I shine. It sounds like the birth canal. When you come out, poof. I gotta tell you something.
I was going to say, I thought I passed the black hole. But anyway,
I gotta tell you, she's never seen a supernova. The supernova
I just got ducked.
It's
You
raining
got ducked
ducks.
too.
It's a supernova. When she meets a supernova, she's gonna change this. Oh my God, the black hole succeeds. But it is an interesting concept what you're saying, because if more people understood about light, maybe they would get their life a little bit more together.
Hopefully a lot more together, especially these days. And talking about education, I was a teacher in my first life. I was a junior high school English teacher. And back then...
Why are you laughing?
Why is that funny?
No, the replay when you threw a duck at him, I flinched because it just came through the camera.
3D. My ducks are now in 3D.
He laughs like 10 seconds later.
Here is a lot of black holes, or what's going on? Where's the light? Where's
Talk
the
about.
mosquitoes?
Do me a favor. Why don't you read that to him again? Read that to him again. Let's really put him through
But
pain.
read it slowly.
There's a Facebook delay, so my ducks went to Talon a few seconds after I threw them.
Was that what happened? Tell him, it hit me in the face. How the hell
That's
did you
what he did. He went duck.
Now, I was going to ask a serious question here, but I forgot now. Oh, I was going to ask. Now, all of this talent, when people finally come to the realization, do you think that this method of what you're teaching today is necessary for millennials? Because the problem lies within the young group of people, right?
It lies beyond that, but absolutely.
But the
and
challenge of
they're
that.
the people who can, I think, save the world right now.
Well, it's your,
if they learn what they need to.
Well, they're going to have to, it's going to fall on them to do it. So
Yes.
this message, are they going to be receptive?
Well, we've got 4 young clients. I think Clive mentioned that. And they're doing splendidly, and they're very, very excited. So I have a feeling they're going to help spread the word. So, yes.
I think the
terribly
problem
important.
lies in society as a whole, because even if you find your light,
Say that in English.
I think the problem lies within society as a whole.
You mean society?
Yep.
Yes. All of society.
All of us.
Yep.
Not all of us, but the majority, a percentage. Because if Monica finds the light and you find your light and
What if I don't have a light?
20 people in here find their light,
Everyone does.
there's thousands of people out there that are going to say, no, you can't. What do you have to offer?
They're going to
Let's
be
go take out a gun.
resistant to the fact.
And then you kind of go, well,
It
now
doesn't
what do I
mean
do
that
with
they
my light?
haven't.
Now, what do you do with your light? When everyone else tells you
Okay,
no.
there's one more thing I have to add.
Okay.
If you radiate, your energy is going to positively affect the person around you.
Connections.
What about the negative
Of
energy?
course, yes.
Yes.
We don't
So
have-
the more
It's-
radiating, the better.
When you close it, there's the black hole. There's the hole in itself. But the light is in there.
Do you know a black hole sucks in energy? You know, that's the theory of relativity. A black hole sucks in energy. So for you to find a light inside a black hole,
You have to get
what do
in.
they call that word? That
You have to get in.
Whatever.
Oxymoron?
Yeah, because you have to get in, yes.
You have to get
but
in.
you have to have faith enough to get in to get out.
That's what the base of this method.
I
Is
know.
you
I got that
look
from you
inside.
reading that.
I have an idea.
I got that from you reading that.
Here's my cartoon image. You go into a manhole in New York, right? We go to Manhattan, we climb down a manhole
Yeah.
in a cartoon,
Yeah.
and then we find the light and we bring it back out.
No, you find a Spalding. We used to do all
That's
that.
fine too.
We have a picture of Eileen talking to Stephen Hawking, and he was talking about black holes in space, and she was telling him about black holes in the internal universe. And he was sort of interested, or maybe.
Well, we don't know. He was just looking at me.
Yeah.
But everyone has their light. You just have to look a little
I'm
deeper
going to leave
and
that alone,
find it.
Steve. I'm going to be nice. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Save that for Thursday.
Well, she brought it up. He's looking at me. And, you know, that sounds like an opening to me.
See, and this is why we digress. Monica, stay in the light.
I'm the light.
She's here
I'm
every
the
day
light.
now. We almost have like a third Latino co-host.
Yes, Monica brings all the light. And she
She
brings it
does.
in many rainbow colors. Oh, do you
And
know?
many languages too.
At co-op,
Conscious co-op.
Conscious Co-op, I met a lady from California, you met her too, who works in energy using light. She sees it in light. So there is radiant. So I looked at her. I think I introduced you to her, right? So I'm looking at her and I says, you want to talk to this guy. Because
Who was it, Mary?
What was that lady's name? You remember, from California.
Kathy. She's coming Friday.
Yeah.
But
So
then-
on Friday, we're going to do the light thing. Say, check it out, because the black hole may have a red light in there somewhere.
She's coming on Friday. Oh my goodness.
It's because the color of the light is, she says, it's not always white light, it's a different color light. So we're going to have a little debate.
The layers are always different colors.
Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Is that why a
Only
rainbow?
The source light. That's
What is the most unheard of rainbow in the universe?
No idea.
It's the one that goes around the sun in a circle. And they took a picture of it. Did you see that?
The ozone
I
layer?
don't think I've ever seen
Not
that.
the ozone layer, you smarty. I swear to God, your rollers are too tight.
I'm just saying that would be the layer that
It
goes
is
around the
almost
Earth.
unheard of to have a rainbow that goes around in
How
a circle.
lovely.
Yeah, and they
That
took
would
a
be
picture.
beautiful.
It's,
There's more stuff flying. What's flying in here?
they don't get it.
It's the light.
He gets it. I
see
gotta
the
talk to
light.
him. Would you stop doing that?
Flying around.
You make me nervous.
Like
You're the
feathers.
fairies around
Show
you.
them that picture.
Always receive the fairies.
Not
Maybe that's what it is.
Not only that, but I'm showered in glitter here. What I feel like I went to a strip club here. What is it with
Glitters
you?
and flowers. You would
It's
not
everywhere.
think
Look
this
at
was
my
a day show.
hands.
Of the workshop.
It's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing.
Imagine if they can mind map us together.
No, it'll be a very dangerous
It'd be
situation.
scary.
All right. So how do people get in touch with you if they want to have a session?
Well, should I give the number you gave? Or,
Sure.
Okay. So the number is 561-351-9134.
Love this.
Everybody else says it too fast.
1 minute.
And if you're listening,
Thank you,
how
Duff.
do you get it?
It's unbelievable. You talk and I hear her mouth move.
He mouth. He's like a ventriloquist.
You want to tell, how do you get New York Sound so they can call?
561-503-6570.
And don't forget, this Friday is Art Walk right here at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 6 o'clock, right here.
And don't-
RSVP to Eventbrite. It's only 150 people we can hold this Friday. It is going to sell out quickly. So this Friday, June 1st. I cannot even believe it's June 1st.
And don't forget, 888-994-4995 is now the studio phone number.
Give us a call. It does work. Slow down,
I
Freddys.
can't because we got to go. I don't want people to call.
888-994-4995. Duff, thank you so much for a great show. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Same time, same place. Be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the
today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracassa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at Brooklyn Cafe. To rewatch every minute of the show, call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddie S. after the closing, or to leave an order for fun for the next show. Have a meaningful day. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Staying healthy is